So, hi, I'm Donna,
And I'm Will.
and this is Journey with Donna and Will. And today we're going to take a look at our ancestors that fought on both sides of the Civil War. Before we get to our ancestors who were blood relatives that fought on both sides, we want to go over some Civil War facts.
Before the Civil War, 33 states were part of the Union.
During the Civil War, 20 states were part of the Union initially, and then 5 of the border states joined them later on.
And then 11 states made up the Confederacy.
Ulysses S. Grant led the Union.
And Jefferson Davis led the Confederacy.
Around 750,000 people were killed in the Civil War.
And fortunately, we had great spies such as Harriet Tubman for the Union during the Civil War.
We did our research in our history, 3 of our ancestors who participated in the Civil War. 1 for the Union and then 2 for the Confederacy.
Yeah, we're proud of our Union relative, Smith Reynolds. He was a corporal in the United States Colored Troop, the 111th Regiment. He was my 2 times great-grandfather or great-great-grandfather. So he enlisted in the Union Army at the age of 21. He's described as 6'1". So he was promoted from private to corporal during his time there. And he was unfortunately captured September 1864 in Richland, Tennessee, and released 7 months later in Mobile, Alabama. Yeah, he was denied his pension, and I believe the story was that he did not return the equipment that was issued to him following being captured as a prisoner of war. So he was unfairly treated in that regard. So yeah, we have some information I just got from my cousin, Roland Poland, and showing muster roll, and showing when he was present with his regiment, and then you can see the months when he was absent, when he was captured.
Okay, so Smith Reynolds, thank you. So respecting the ancestors that came before us, he fought for the Union. So we also found that we had 2 relatives that fought for the Confederate. On my side, that would be James Barber, who was a white slave owner. He fathered a child with my 3rd great-grandmother, Ann Drummer. He died in 1861 during the war, and he was in his late 20s at the time.
And on my side, we have Nicholas Grundy. So he was a white man who fought for the Confederacy for about 4 years. I do remember my grandfather telling me that his great-great-grandfather was Grundy Khan, but however, the research that we've done to date basically shows he could have been a great-great-uncle, or if not, great-great-grandfather.
Again, did we mention, thank God the Union won? So when you grew up, did you watch The Dukes of Hazzard?
Yes, I did watch The Dukes of Hazzard. I must admit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember watching a lot of it, but I remember the song. It was pretty catchy and everything. And unfortunately, at the time, not really realizing, what the representation was happening with the car that had the Confederate flag, or the fact the car was called
General Lee. Yeah, I was unaware as well as a young person. I didn't know the history very well, I must say. So, in the retrospect, it's very interesting.
Yeah, because there's been a lot of stuff in the news, you know, taking down Confederate flags, which is good, and also just recently here around the Metro DC area, they've removed the Robert E. Lee statue that was down in Virginia.
So that's good to see.
Right. So, all right. So again, we just, you know, as we go through our research of our family members, it's interesting to kind of put into context now that, you know, we know people and what were some of the events that were happening. But again, you know, hashtag respecting our elders and those who came before us. We're thankful for Smith Reynolds, who fought for the Union.
Absolutely.
So I'm Donna.
And I'm Will.
And this is Journey with Donna and Will. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next episode.